Welcome everyone to the next episode of the CEN Nutrition Podcast. You're with your host Bryan and Peter today. And today we're going to be talking about something for you. This nutrient is quite amazing, what we can add to our own diets. And Peter and I will be taking you through the amazing benefits of collagen peptides for your body, the effects it can have in many parts of this, and it could be the missing link in many modern diets today. So before we start, Pete, I've just got to say something. This information is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any condition. It is for information purposes only. Please discuss any information in this podcast with your healthcare professional before making any changes to your lifestyle. So where do we begin, Pete?
Bryan, sign me up. Your spiel sounds too good to be true. Where do I sign up?
This has developed over the last 5-10 years, collagen, and the ways it is being highlighted throughout nutrition these days. There's an abundance of information now of the really amazing health effects it can have on our bodies.
Bryan, I think it stems through that majority of us now are deficient in collagen, and people might be asking, why is that so? The reason is it's pretty simple, because we're not eating nose to tail anymore. So, what's nose to tail? Well, that's all the organ meats, all the livers, you've got your tripes. I mean, tripes are very popular in Europe. It tastes foul, but it's abundant in collagen. You've got your bone broths. Some people are starting to get back into eating bone broths at the moment, but it's still not where it needs to be. All your organ meats are pretty much out of fashion, because they take a long time to prepare and they smell and they don't look that good. So most people are going to be deficient because we're not getting it through our diet. Hence, there is a need for supplementation. And I think that's where we come into the picture.
Yeah, 100% agree, Peter. Our ancient ancestors, they ate nose to tail, not just the chicken breast. And this is looking to be the missing link, because what you're looking at is 1/3 of our entire body's protein is collagen amino acids. And if we're not supplying our body with the amino acids like proline, hydroxyproline, and glycine, and if we are not getting them in our diet, we're not supporting our collagen structures throughout the body. And where are they? So the common areas where collagen is abundant is in skin, hair, nails, bones, discs, fascia, ligaments, tendons, connective tissue, gut lining, and even blood vessel walls. And all these structures are up to 90% collagen. And if we are not ingesting them in the diet, are we going to be deficient over time and not supporting these vital structures throughout the body?
Well, Bryan, I think that's where the issue is. And you sort of mentioned chicken breast before. I was on the internet and I found a pretty funny / scary post. And the chicken you are eating has increased 364% in size over the last 50 years. So in 1957, the chicken used to weigh 905 grams. 1978, it's 1.8 kilos, and in 2005, it's 4.2 kilos.
What's it being pumped up on?
So you go, well, where's the collagen in the chicken? It's in a chicken feet. So
yeah,
who eats chicken feet every day for breakfast? I know in Asia it's pretty prominent.
Yeah, and another interesting fact that I've come across as well, Peter, is we're all led to believe there is an abundance of calcium in bones, which is true, but there is more collagen in your bones than calcium.
That's another myth busted, Bryan.
Yeah. And so it's really the missing link in our diets that has now come to the fore, which we're seeing really big health benefits.
Yeah, and look, there's numerous sort of collagen products on the market, and it's not sort of every collagen is the same. It depends how it's been processed, obviously what type of collagen it is. We've chosen to go with the one that's had the most research sort of to date, and the results that we're getting out of it obviously speak for themselves. But it's very hard to get the required amount of collagen in the diet. So that's where I think if you're not supplementing, you're going to be deficient, and over time that deficiency gets worse and worse. And that's why I think some of the ailments in human bodies are happening as well, because there is a deficiency in that collagen, which we need on a daily basis.
Yeah, I agree, Peter. For every year above our 20 years of age, we lose about 1% production in collagen. So trying to replace this to support our collagen production through our diet is very important.
And I think most people won't be aware how important collagen is. I mean, we've been mucking around with this for a while now, But I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that sort of think, oh, collagen, what, it's in a skin, like in a skin cream, or it might be sort of in a tablet. But no, it's a lot more to do with it than just putting it on your face.
Yeah, 100%. And even for the gym goers amongst us, when we're looking to build muscle, we're looking for these branched chain amino acids and methionine to help support the actual muscle, but we're not then supporting the connective tissue around the muscle, like the joints, tendons, ligaments, and the fascia. So if we're shortcutting on that, but our muscles are getting bigger, what effect does that have on our structure? Does that make us more prone to injury? And what we're trying to do is support the whole structure around the muscle, not just building that muscle bigger. And Peter and I will explain that in a gym-specific podcast that we'll have in the future. But what we're trying to say is, looking at your hydrolyzed collagen peptide that we provide here at CEN, it's different to normal collagen, the way it was ingested with bone broth.
Yeah, because of the hydrolysis process, Bryan, obviously it's gone through that process where it is much easier absorbed into the human body. Obviously, going through and sort of cooking it yourself and eating all these sort of organ meats that might have collagen through it. It's a very long process. I mean, I love my Vietnamese pho soup, and I know that soup gets done over sort of the broth over 24 hours. And look, it does take a long time to get that collagen out of those bones. So unless you like spending your time in a kitchen every day, there's an easier way out there to get your supplementation.
Yeah, 100% agree, Peter. With collagen peptides, they contain the same exact set of amino acids and nutrients as collagen, but they have undergone that process of hydrolysis to break them down into the shorter chains of proteins, which the side effect is a good one. So it's easier on your stomach to break down and digest, and then that bioavailability is more readily for the ability of your body to create more collagen for these supporting structures.
Yeah, that's well summarized. So for our listeners out there, if you are taking another collagen product, just double check whether it's a collagen peptide or whether it's just a collagen. It's like, not all the oils are the same oil. So there is a big difference between collagen and collagen peptide, as Bryan just explained the difference.
Yeah, and there's many types of collagens. We've chosen the one that is the best value but has the most impact on your body, and particularly the nails. And this is the feedback we get. We probably should supply people with nail clippers, because that's one of the first things they see. Also in that whole gut lining, so that's 9% of collagen is made up in that wall, and even supporting your bone health is really important as the aging process happens.
Yeah, well summarized, Bryan. I might just go over a few more of the collagen benefits. So for skin health, basically what it does, collagen is the building block for healthy skin, hair and teeth. It's shown to improve elasticity and reduce wrinkles. So we've got different links to all the scientific papers, I think, under the collagen page as well. Protects your joints. So collagen increases proteoglycan content around the joint cartilage, which is shown to improve osteoarthritis symptoms. For gut healing properties, glycine helps to decrease inflammation and build new tissue into the digestive tract. Glycine is about 1/3 of the proteins and amino acid in collagen. Sleep quality and mood. As an inhibitory neurotransmitter, glycine is shown to increase calmness, reduce anxiety, and improve sleep quality. The benefits to boosting brain health. So normal people showed increased visual, verbal, memory recall, and improved sustained attention from glycine. Longevity. Glycine is one of the most important regulators of inflammation in the body. And the benefits for antioxidants is that collagen restores glutathione and protects against oxidative stress.
It does so much in our bodies, and when we include this in our diet, it is the missing link.
Well, Bryan, I think we've got around about 18 amino acids in our CEN Collagen Peptides. So those amino acids is what the body needs to rebuild. They're the building blocks, whether you're out sort of to the gym or you're correcting a deficiency of glycine. And I mean, I've just outlined a lot of benefits that glycine has. So if you're not supplementing through nutrition or any other sort of supplements, chances are you're going to be deficient. And I personally think the more deficient you are, the sooner you start getting some sort of results. Like the girls in here obviously have got a lot stronger nails. The nails are growing a lot quicker. Some of them are getting baby hairs popping up as well.
Skin's improved.
Yeah, skin's improved. I think one of the girls here had a bit of luck with some pimples as well, or acne on her face, I should say. So it all depends what deficiency you have. If you're eating really healthy, looking after yourself, you might not get alarming sort of improvements, but it's still a very good insurance policy to be taking that product, even if it's every second day or every third day, just to know in case you didn't eat any organ meats for that month, you are getting that constant trickle through of those amino acids, which your body is only going to benefit from.
Yeah, it really supports that traditional Western diet that we see these days with our lean meat and that non-organ rich diet that was seen back with our ancestors. And what else that we include in our collagen is the vitamin C, which helps support that production of collagen within the body.
Yeah, Brian. So we use a sodium ascorbate, which is a less acidic form of vitamin C. Very hard to get in Australia, so we've been very specific with which supply we used to get it in there, and it is a lot more gentle on the gut. So it's if someone's got any sort of gut issues, it's a lot more beneficial than just using ascorbic acid, which is the normal vitamin C.
Yeah, and our CEN Collagen Peptides are available in a men's-specific package and a women's-specific package, and they just outline the benefits of the same product, and they give you a good starting base to help support your overall diet with its collagen needs.
Yeah, some people are also taking vitamin C on the side. So I think per 115 gram scoop, you're going to get around about 200 milligrams of vitamin C. So if you are taking vitamin C tablets, just sort of tally up how many tablets you're taking and how many scoops of the collagen. So you will be getting close to a daily recommended rate of the vitamin C, which is another bonus. It saves you buying another product to eat at the same time.
Yeah, I agree, Peter. And what we have identified is we're looking for the best value collagen that will give you the best bang for your buck with supporting the collagen production inside your body. So we're really happy to release this quality product as we use it on our own bodies as well.
Yeah, and also some of our partners as well, like Guy McLean. Obviously, Guy's done a podcast with us before, and it's helped him sort of dramatically with his hips. He's in the States at the moment. I think they're going to be back, him and Emily, in May or so. And Guy's he's been kind enough to send us a testimonial video on his obviously experience with the collagen recently while he's in America.
G'day everyone, this is Guy McLean here. I'm on the Prefit Ranch where my horses live over here in America in Mount Pleasant, Texas. It's a human grade collagen, and the people at CEN have been using it themselves, and when Emily said, oh, Guy needs to be on that, his hips are sore, they gave us some of it as well. I used to wake up in the middle of the night screaming in pain, not a lot, but more than I wanted to, just shooting pains down my legs from my hips. I've been told by a doctor that I shouldn't really have my hips done just yet. The longer I can wait, the better. I'm still very stiff, but I'm not as sore anymore, and I put that down to the CEN Collagen.
I think that should be up on our socials as well.
Yeah, and it's for the everyday person. If you've got a physical job as well, we've had good reviews from construction workers and even the non-professional athlete in recovery. It's going to really help support those structures as they rebuild and repair.
I think the easiest way to put it, Brian, is if people are taking a multivitamin because they know that what they're eating is deficient in certain vitamins and minerals, you could look at collagen pretty much exactly the same way. So if you're not eating those organ meats, you're not eating the chicken feet, you're not eating the tripe, or you're not drinking 10 litres of bone broth a week, collagen is a great supplement to pretty much put alongside your multivitamin. Both are different, and obviously both correct different deficiencies. But it is almost like an insurance policy where I think a lot of the amino acids are very hard to get out of nutrition. And with that example I gave with that chicken, it's a bit scary, sort of how that chicken's changed, probably almost quadrupled in size in 50 years.
Yeah, it's pretty remarkable. And so how do you supply the body with collagen? So it's your choice. So we have the pure product. It's tasteless. A lot just put in water. It dissolves within 5 minutes. If you do prefer to add it to a juice or a smoothie, it really goes well in there. And also coffee. So hot or cold coffee's perfectly safe. We did have a concern from a client that thought the heat would destroy the collagen peptide. But at the start, the collagen peptide is created from hydrolysis, which it is broken down. It's heat stable. It's heat stable up to over 700 degrees. So on a daily basis, it's really easy to include in your diet and get into a routine, because you will notice that benefit after probably within 1 week to 2 weeks, depending on that deficiency that you have in your overall diet.
Bryan, I like to have mine just in water. What I do is I normally just get a glass of water, say 200 ml, then I mix the 15 grams in. I swirl the water really quickly with a spoon, and I find out that it dissolves a lot quicker than if you just dump it in there. So I get mine to dissolve within sort of 15, 20 seconds. But you do have to sort of swirl it pretty hard with your teaspoon. As Bryan mentioned, in shakes, it is odorless as well. So people might think, geez, it's going to smell like bones or it's going to taste like bones. You know what? I don't think that's true. So we haven't had sort of too many people go, oh look, I can taste bones. Even more so when you're mixing it with an orange juice, or you said like a tea or a coffee. Some people are putting it in their oats or sort of in their breakfast. It is probably better to have it in a water-based sort of solution if you can, rather than trying to eat it through with a dry powder. And just to answer some other questions, is you can't put it on your face, and you can't add it to your bath and then lie in it to improve your skin. We have had a couple of questions whether those two things are possible. So we just wanted to knock it on the head now that no, it's not.
Yeah, it's designed to be ingested. It's made in a manufacturing facility with the HACCP accreditation. So it's not meant for external use, it's meant for internal use. And that's actually a good point, Peter, because we've had that inquiry.
Look, we sort of laughed in it, but we always say there's no silly question. So if people are thinking it, I think we need to maybe explain ourselves a little bit more, and that just shows you that people aren't used to collagen. The first point, or they're not even, like, the education's not out there sort of on a second point. So there's no such thing as a silly question is what I'm trying to say. But as Bryan said, it is designed to be internal rather than external.
Yeah, and I think that about wraps it up, Peter. I think we've gone through it. If we will have additional podcasts on top of this to be more specific in the areas of where collagen peptides can really help enhance parts of the body or parts of your life.
Yeah, and I think the take-home message for me is that, look at your diet. If you're not getting those 17, 18 amino acids, and as I said previously, they come from a lot from the organ meats, a lot from the stuff that tastes and looks pretty foul and yucky. So if you're not getting that in your diet, give this product a go. Everyone's got some sort of deficiency, or maybe 90% of people. So it's a good insurance policy. It's a great supplement, 100% natural. You are getting your vitamin C dose as well at 200 milligrams per day. So there's another benefit as well. And I think we're priced very competitively in the market. We're not the cheapest, but we're far from being the most expensive.
Yeah, and we ensure that quality product at the end of the day that we know is going to have a good benefit within the body. And yeah, I think it is one of the biggest missing links in the Western diet. And
we've also obviously subsidised the freight as well to a degree. So I think we've got $4.95 freight Australia-wide, and that's whether I think you got to order two to get the $4.95.
That's the best value.
That's the best value. So if you get one for your husband or one for your wife, and both obviously jump on that, it's only $4.95 freight Australia-wide anyway.
Yeah, I think that about wraps that up, Peter. Now, thanks for listening, guys. And if you got any questions, you can reach us on our CEN HQ phone or through the website, and also through the other usual channels on the social media.
Yeah, we'll see everyone again next week.
Thanks.